Silicon Valley, with its concentration of wealth, has long been prized by U.S. presidential candidates for its fundraising potential. And the Trump campaign is no different, eyeing the region as a source of campaign cash despite the tech industry's history of supporting Democrats. Iris Spitzer reports from San Francisco.
Silicon Valley is a place of big dreams and deep pockets. Long a reliable source of money for Democrats, there are signs that the tech elite may be warming up to Donald Trump.
We're hosting an event for the once and future president.
The billionaire entrepreneur and podcaster David Sacks recently hosted a sold-out Trump fundraiser at his San Francisco home with a minimum donation of $50,000 US.
So I know there's going to be a lot of people who support Trump, but they don't want to admit it. And I think that this event is going to break the ice on that, and maybe it'll create a preference cascade where all of a sudden it becomes acceptable.
The event's success, a sign of dissatisfaction with the Biden administration in some corners of the tech world.
So issues around cryptocurrency, issues around government regulation and technology, for venture capitalists and those in Silicon Valley, they find a lot of kinship with someone like Donald Trump, who's transactional, who wants to see less regulation, who wants to encourage risk-taking around issues like, for example, crypto.
Vigorous antitrust enforcement is critical.
President Joe Biden's pick to lead the Federal Trade Commission, Lina Khan, has also been polarizing, leading antitrust campaigns against the likes of Apple and Google. The agency's consumer protection mandate often puts it at odds with tech firms over issues like data privacy and anti-competitive behavior. But while Trump may have won some supporters, experts caution that he still has a lot of detractors who remember things like his attacks on social media companies for deplatforming him in the wake of the January 6th Capitol riots.
If we're talking about well-established companies, I think Trump is every bit as toxic as he was 4 or 8 years ago. I think the people who work in those companies, who understand that he has waged war on their employers since at least 2020.
Trump's new Silicon Valley supporters may also be thinking strategically.
They, I think, see an opportunity to wield power through Trump. I think they're all trying to get a voice in the next Trump administration. And right now they're jockeying for the attention of someone who could be the next president.
Trump may need all the help he can get. In the last presidential election, Biden outspent Trump by almost $300 million. This time around, the Trump campaign appears to be closing the fundraising gap, seemingly bolstered by the former president's guilty verdict in New York. How much of that money will actually go towards campaigning rather than legal bills is unclear. But Silicon Valley support could help Trump stay financially competitive in those key swing states that will decide the election. Iris Spitzer, CNA, San Francisco.